How's it going, YouTube? Yeah, Pat Mac here, coach of the Sacramento Sand/, bring you our Week 3 CGT team builder. We are playing up against Shayquaza, coach of the Dallas Starmies. And you can see the two teams there. Of course, our team's up top and their team's on the bottom. Okay, first off, as I was putting their team in to get the dock ready and set up, this this team is hecka cool. All 4 Tapus on the same team is something that you do not see very often. So I think Shayquaza drafted himself a really cool team, and we gotta figure out how to beat this quad fairy team, which is pretty crazy. So basically, like, don't bring your dragons against this team, right? Like they got quadruple fairy. Okay, so I've mentioned this at the start of my other videos, and I want to echo the idea here as well. This is a very new series, and I really want feedback on what you think I could do to improve it. I'm actually recording this one before the first one has even gone live. Like, that's just how quickly Draft League seems to go. So I'm making this video before having gotten any feedback from the first or the second one, so kind of keep that in mind as you watch through this, is that if you've given me some suggestions, I legit haven't got a chance to implement them yet because yeah, I haven't gotten any feedback as of the recording time of the video, so just something to keep in mind. I know that from kind of just thinking about what I liked and didn't like about what I was doing, I know that I want to switch up how I'm doing my notes. So the way I take notes is like, I mean, I do that anyway, but I'm just gonna do like type up the notes on my own after I finish recording. So just kind of keep that in mind, is that, like, in the previous videos, you've seen me pull up my notepad and I'm typing up the different calcs and things that I want to keep track of. I'm not gonna do that here. I'm just gonna watch my own recording after the fact and then type my notes up. So just kind of keep that in mind. I think it'll help the video to flow a little bit better. By the time it's done, let me know what you think. If you like it, if you don't like it, whatever. I just want some feedback on that idea. And I think that's all I wanted to talk about, just as an intro to get the game started. And okay, so let's actually talk about the two teams and what I want to do coming into this match. Okay, so first off, they have quad Tapus, right? So, like, we need to be able to deal with that. So Wheezing is obviously going to be amazing for us. I think I'm going to bring Rotom Heat here as well. I'm a little concerned about, like, Tapu Fini plus Blastoise, but there's only so much you can do. Just because, like, Rotom Heat doesn't do a great job against those. And, oh, I guess actually Wheezing might be able to do okay if I go for, like, maybe a Spadef Wheezing, because I don't think, as much as the crazy coverage that Blastoise gets, I don't think it gets a psychic move. Like, oh shoot, and they have Tapu Lele too. Oh my god. Okay, so their team is really rough. So, like, it's probably going to be Rotom Heat will deal with the Tapu Lele. Wheezing will have to deal with the Tapu Fini and probably the Blast. Well, I don't know. I might be able to deal with the Blasters another way. But I don't think that it gets a psychic move, so we can't get hit by super effective coverage. So it's just going to be whatever water move they have coming through. And, oh, they do have Zen Headbutt. God damn it. Okay, well, I don't know. We'll figure that out in a second. Okay, so yeah, so I'm thinking of those two. Their team is in general weak to ground as well. Is my team weak to Tapu Bulu? Is kind of another question. How do I deal with grass types? I deal with grass types really well. Can Bulu beat me with, like, other coverage moves? I think it gets rock moves. It gets fighting moves. I mean, Wheezing is probably super good against Bulu. So so part of the reason I'm wondering about this is that I think I want to bring Diggersby. Their team just doesn't really have any resist to ground. Huge powder, of course. And so the debate is, do I go with high horsepower because I want to make sure that I have damage while in terrain, or do I want to go with Earthquake because it's more damage? I kind of want to go with Earthquake, to be honest, because I don't want the mischance. Like, it's only 5 damage difference. I don't know. Okay, hold on. The trade-off's actually not. the trade-off is could be substantial, I guess. Okay, what else do I want to go with here? I mean, I'm probably going Choice Scarf because I'm not faster than stuff, and I don't see myself being able to set up on anything on their team. Do I see myself being able to set up? So I'm wondering, like, can I go with like agility idea, bulk up perhaps? I thought this one got belly drum too. Oh, it doesn't get belly drum? What? I thought this Pokemon got belly drum. Oh, it does get Swords Dance, I guess. That's kind of cool. Yep, no belly drum. Oh, that's so sad. For some reason, I thought it did. Doesn't this Pokemon look like it should get belly drum? Like, look at this guy. Somebody talk to Pokemon and tell them that this Pokemon should get belly drum. Okay, so I could potentially go with like a different kind of set here, but honestly, I'm probably going to use this to hit high horsepowers and hit Gunk Shot. Ooh, that might be a play. I kind of would like to go with a poison move that can't miss, but if this is what we got, this is what we got. Okay, so I think Gunk Shot's really good, so let's add that on there too. Ice Punch is probably more reliable though, but this also hits all of the Tapus, which is really good. Who's their most physically defensive Mon? Okay, so they have Blastoise. Actually, if Tapu Bulu has really good defense, and then Registeel, of course, and Marowak. Okay, so if I can, okay, so maybe I just go Ice Punch. Maybe Ice Punch is better. And then if I'm doing a Scarf set, I definitely want U-turn. Okay, so now the debate is, do I keep this Gunk Shot or do I swap it for something else? Knockoff seems like a good call too. I'm gonna go for Knockoff right now. It's just the more reliable damage. Like, Ice Punch is still gonna do a lot of damage to Bulu as well, so I'm not too concerned about that. I don't necessarily want to get locked into Ice Punch, but you know, is what it is. Oh, bodies. Actually, I could go Body Slam. Getting Paras would be kind of nice. Okay, I'm gonna play around with this idea. There's a lot of moves that look really good, so we'll see. But I think that this set makes some sense. Okay, and then this Pokemon, I want to be able to deal with Tapu Fini. So I want Clear Smog because I don't want to get beat by like a Calm Mind Iron Defense Tapu Fini. Like that could potentially like crush me. And there's not much I'd be able to do about it. Yeah, there's really not much I could be able to do about it. Because the water type we have isn't Teleon. And yeah, that's not gonna be enough. Because it's just not defensive, right? So many teams will draft defensive water types, but I wanted to try some new stuff. So our water type is not defensive, so not particularly good against to be able to stop setup stuff. And then, of course, our other mons that do resist water are weak to fairy. So, yeah, that's not good. Does Duraludon make any sense here? Honestly, probably not. That's very sad. I really wanted to use Duraludon more. What else do we got? Okay, how do I deal with Lele? Could I deal with... Okay, I was about to say, could I deal with Lele by using Gallade? Because it's got good Spadef, but no, that doesn't work. I guess Rotom Heat has to be my Lele check. That is so rough. Oh, that's so rough. They have good rock setters too. Dang, why did people draft better teams than I did? Let's see. So Darm, oh, of course, hold up. They have to respect our Darmanitan as well too. I could speed tie Lele. Oof, that's gross. I mean, that's probably as good as it gets though. I'm just saying, like, I would speed tie Lele if I had a Scarf on, which is probably what I'd end up doing. So I'd go double Scarf this game. Yikes, that would be kind of scary. But totally possible, I guess. What else can I do here? Okay, how do I beat... What am I switching into Lele? It's gotta be Wheezing, right? Okay, so Wheezing is how I deal with... Oh, sorry, not Lele, Feeny. This is probably gonna happen several times this video. I'm just gonna mix up the taboos. So, yeah, okay, so I think Wheezing is how I deal with Feeny. Rotom is how I deal with Lele. Could this deal with Coco? Ooh, maybe. Grass Knot's a thing, right? Gotta be a little careful about that. So maybe stored power. Although Clear Smog would deal with stored power, so maybe Wheezing is how I deal with Lele and not Lele, Feeny and Coco. Okay, so let's see. And then Rotom is how I deal with what I say, Lele. And oh, okay, Lele and Bulu, right? I have positive matchup against Bulu, and I could probably be neutral-ish, sort of, against Lele. That's the hope, at least. So I think we found a way to deal with those mons, and we'll see how that goes. Okay, and then we have like a cleaner, not maybe cleaner, breaker, scarf. I don't know. We have Diggersby. That's what I'm trying to say. And yeah, because like knockoff isn't particularly good against for any like doesn't hit any mon particularly hard, which is probably what I want to use Diggersby for more than anything. So we'll see. Yeah, this might just end up being Body Slam, and then if we can get some paras, then that really helps us against some stuff. Yeah. And I think that I want to have Darm here too. They have ways of dealing with Darm, but like at the same time they don't, you know? Like we do threaten some stuff, and we're gonna hit things really hard, even though they have like some fairly good defenses overall for their team. Let's see. What else do I want to have on this team? I'm not sure, to be honest. Could I do... Like, I kind of got the big weakness that I wanted to grab. And I don't know 100% where to go from there. Okay, does anyone look good from a speed matchup? Galade... I was really hoping Galade would be good too, but I'm not sure how good it is. Maybe... Could I do like a Scarfinteleon? Does any other mon on my team have ground coverage? I think Galade does. Is Galade something I could use here though? What does it do well against? Kinda nothing, right? Kinda nothing. Okay, so maybe not. Yikes. This is looking kind of rough. Could I do like, yeah, like Latios does not look good against this team. Like Zarude doesn't look good against this team either. Although, could I deal with Blastoise by using Zarude? That's potentially an idea. Although I'm more likely to like want to use Clear Smog to fight against it. Yuck, this is gross. This is kind of gross. I'm not really sure what to do here. Yikes. Maybe Mimikyu? I mean, Mimikyu has no resist, right? So like, that seems kind of appealing. We're faster than Lele, but I'd probably have to go Scarf to outspeed it, right? Because like it's probably Scarf Lele. Although, okay, I think Mimikyu as like a late game option seems like it could work. Okay, and then what? Okay, so this one, we know we'll go Shadow Claw. We know we go Shadow Sneak too, even though there's Lele terrain. Like, don't worry, I hear you. Like, I totally get that Lele has terrain here, but I think it's still going to be worthwhile. And I don't actually know what else I want to have on this set. Maybe I could do like Drain Punch. And that way I can hit the Registeel, which is likely to be the option to fight against me. And is Will-O-Wisp make sense? Does Will-O-Wisp make sense? Not particularly. Maybe not particularly. I could do Sword Stance, but I almost kind of like the idea of Bulk Up. Because I could like Bulk Up Drain Punch and get some HP back. They have so many like fighting like resists though. But then I'm just mostly using Shadow Claw. Could I do like Leftovers or Leech? Leech Life doesn't look that great either. I'm kind of thinking like how much setup can I do to just gain back all the health that I'm likely to lose. Pain Split's an idea. I'm kind of thinking like instead of Drain Punch. But I'm pretty sure one of my moves is going to be set up. Yeah, probably. Unless I just want to go like 4 attacks. Which doesn't sound terrible. Let's see. I could go, but like I'm probably going like Spell Tag. Like Spell Tag Ghost moves. So, okay, maybe not. Let's put Sword Stance on here. This seems like the safest play. Getting some recovery back would be really nice. And maybe it lets us beat Registeel. I am also going to play around the idea of Bulk Up. Actually, let me put Bulk Up on here and see if like getting the bonus in my physical defense will help us to be able to take on this team. Because if it can, then I think that's the way to go. But if it looks like I need the Sword Stance to like get some KOs, then I might go that way too. We'll see. And actually, this might depend a little bit more on mocks than it does on calcs. Like calcs are going to matter, of course, but it might be more about the mocks that happen. Okay, what else we got? Yeah, see, I was stuck on... I had 4 Pokemon and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing here. So now that I have 5 and I'm trying to figure out my 6th, like... Yeah, I don't know. What do I have that resists Blastoise well? Not much. Like, Water Ice looks kind of good against me. Does Water look good? What else looks good against them? Or maybe I just need... I kind of feel like I need another defensive one. Like, when I do building for my teams, I tend to go for like 3 offensive, 3 defensive is just like a general rule that I go for. And it doesn't always stick like that. But it's just like a normal setting that I tend to go for. Or normal option, I guess. Yeah, normal option, I think is the best way to put that. So what do we do here? Okay, I was just looking at this, and I think I want Rotom to have Will-O-Wisp. Because the things that want to switch in on Rotom tend to be physical attackers, so I think I want to have that. And then we'll go Volt Switch as well. And... and I'll go Overheat too. Yeah. And where do we go from here? Yeah, because Will-O-Wisp will be kind of nice. And then, okay, so options: Defog, Pain Split, Defog, Pain Split, Defog, Pain Split. I don't know. Defog probably. Nasty Plot. This is not a Nasty Plot game. Probably let's go Defog. Oh, I can get rid of terrain that way too. Okay, that might be kind of nice. Let's go Defog. I'm likely to get chipped down quite a bit here, so I'm gonna go Leftovers. Yeah, and because I can't go Boots, yeah, so Defog makes a lot of sense because they have good rockers, right? Like they have Registeel and they have Marowak. I don't know how good of a rocker Marowak is, but they have Registeel. So that's something. They have good removal too. What the heck? It's not like my hazards are very good, so like I don't know how good Duraludon is about getting hazards up. Okay, so this is what we got so far. What do we do about this? Do I have anything that deals with you? Like if you scale shot, do I just lose? That might happen. Could I? Maybe I go Zarude. Maybe I go Zarude. What would I want Zarude for? I guess I could potentially want Zarude for switching into Registeel. Body press, not very good. Okay, scratch that. New plan. Yikes. Well, is it that bad? How good is body press against my team in general? I don't know. It doesn't look particularly amazing. Yeah, I feel like I beat a body press Registeel. So maybe I'm not worried about that part. Maybe I can go Zarude here, and I can use it to do what? Maybe that's what I use to switch into Blastoise most of the time. That doesn't sound particularly exciting, but it's totally possible. Maybe I could use Latios for that? No. I'm not sure. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. Because I don't actually know what feels like a good option here, I'm going to put my sets together for these Pokemon. I'm going to start the process for going through EVs, IVs, all that kind of stuff. And then when I figure out a Pokemon that I legit, like, none of these Pokemon can deal with, we're gonna add the Pokemon that deals with that. That's the game plan. Okay, so actually moves that I want here. Pain Split I really like. I think it's just a good option. I have Clear Smog, so I'm not worried about Haze. Am I worried about Haze? No, because I'm gonna go with Will-O-Wisp. Do I want Toxic Spikes? That's an idea. Garbodor? I'm not worried about Garbodor. I'm not sure. Could I do Taunt? Ooh, I kind of like the idea of Taunt. Okay, let's go with this as the setup. This is not a very exciting set, but it might be useful. Okay, we got our moves there. We got our moves here. This one's up in the air. I'm gonna put Body Slam on there for right now. I think Body Slam's just gonna be better overall, just because it hits everything for good damage, except for the Registeel, and I have high horsepower for that. So I think I'll be okay. Darm. What am I doing on Darm? Darm is here to hit things really hard. So where is Skull Crash? Because that's the move. What else do we want to deal with? Do you have a ghost move? Does this Pokemon get a ghost move? It doesn't feel like it should. Nope. Ghost. Nope, no ghost moves. I don't even know what else on my team gets ghost moves aside from Mimikyu. What else do we want? Potentially Flare Blitz. Earthquake maybe? I can go with Earthquake. I'm cool with that. Just because like we hit stuff in general really hard. U-turn of course. And dang, looking at this team, I'm gonna have to be like super aggressive, which is a little scary because I think his team is really good, and it's gonna be tough to deal with that. Does Rock Slide make any sense? No. Okay, what do I not hit well? I have Earthquake for you. I don't even think I get moves that hit you. Okay, Freeze Dry doesn't count. We looked at this last time. I have 30 special attack. Freeze Dry does not count. Grass Knot also does not count. What could we do? Oh no, Lash Out doesn't make any sense. Superpower? Nah. No, not really. Could I do a belly drum set? That would be kind of cool, but I just don't think it's... I don't think it works. What is this? Oh, not good either. Could I do a belly drum set here? I mean, ground ice kind of hits hard, right? Oh my god, what kind of priority do they have? Okay, this might be... They have Aqua Jet. Okay, they have Aqua Jet. That's kind of what they have. Ooh, this is an idea. Okay, so I would need Bulu Gone probably in order to make that work. I'd probably need Bulu Gone to make that work. Okay, I think this could work. Let's go Zen mode. Yeah, I think this could work. God, this is so this is sub, belly drum, earthquake, ice punch. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I think this is probably the way to go. We're not using this Darm. We're using this cool Darm. And then I don't have double scarf, which that sounds okay. This feels a lot better. Yeah. Oh, okay. How do I make this happen? That's what we're gonna figure out. That's what we're gonna figure out right now. How do we make that set happen? Because maybe I could break enough of the team open so that, like, I'm kind of thinking, can I use Mimikyu or Darm to do enough breaking so that the other one can clean? That's the plan. And that sounds really good. That sounds really cool. So, okay, Darm. So we need to make sure that we are an HP stat that is divisible by 4. First thing that I need to make sure I deal with. We also need to make sure, like, if I get +6 here, we need to make sure we OHKO, like, legit everything. Because, like, this set does not play around. Like, if we're gonna be able to kill everything, we need to be able to legit kill everything. Okay, how about Registeel? First question, most defensive Pokemon on their team. Can we OHKO? I mean, that looks pretty good. Can we OHKO in grassy terrain? Oof. Okay, and that's not even physically defensive. Let's say you're physically defensive. Okay, legit, I might be able to. Maybe. That's a good chance. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of nuts. Okay, let's make sure I can outspeed, what do I want to make sure I can outspeed? So I'm 135 speed, which means I am faster than Coco. I don't think that Coco is... Yeah, I just don't think that Coco is what I need to be particularly concerned about. I do want to make sure that I can deal with a extreme speed from Zygarde, so I'm potentially going to have some physical defense here. Yeah, so maybe like... Yeah, hopefully I can live I probably can't do Banded Extreme Speed, but maybe I can do like regular Adamant Extreme Speed. Something I wanna make sure I can do. Outspeeding Zygarde after Scale Shot. Okay, so I think if I can do that. And we'll figure this out in a second. We'll figure out the damage calc in a second. I just need to make sure I can outspeed this Pokemon. Oh, that's the wrong Zygarde. 10%? Sure, Choice Banded. That's fine. So if they are not Choice Banded and they get a Scale Shot off. Oh my god. What is this damage? Oh my god. I could kill 13 of these Pokemon. Okay, what was I looking at? This is not what I was trying to find. I want to make sure I could outspeed it. Yeah, I want to make sure I could outspeed it. Can I outspeed it with being adamant? I can. Okay, that's kind of sick. So that is outspeeding a max speed Zygarde. I don't know how important that is. I feel like it's more important that I can live the extreme speed. Way more important that I can live the extreme speed. So what do I actually want to outspeed? This is kind of tough. What do I want to outspeed? Scarf Lele? I feel like, okay, I feel like Scarf Lele makes the most amount of sense in terms of like what I am likely to be able to need to outspeed. There we go. That makes the most amount of sense. Like Scarf Coco, probably not. Scarf Lele, I think it could come. Okay, yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna try to outspeed. I'm gonna try to outspeed Scarf Lele. There is a Scarf set in here. There we go. No, yeah, level 50. Okay, so I want enough that I can outspeed this Pokemon after my Solid Berry pops. Okay, so 50, that's, oh my god, that's so good. Because that's just like no investment. So that's so perfect. Okay, so we're outspeeding Scarf Lele. Of course, if we get our Belly Drum off, we are absolutely destroying this Pokemon. So the question is, do I want to be able to KO a physically defensive Registeel? Physically defensive Registeel. In grassy terrain even. Like, is that something I'm going to try to do? I feel like the answer to that's no. I mean, we saw that I can't actually do it, right? I need, if they're like max defense, then it's not possible. And okay, technically possible. What's their HP stat? 187. Yeah, there's one opportunity for me to do it, so kind of no. Yeah, kind of no, essentially. Do they have knockoff on their team? They do, right? They have those two Pokemon with knockoff. Okay. Okay. Let's see. So we have... How much attack do I want on this? Let's say no grassy terrain. Let's just say no grassy terrain. I legit need nothing. Okay. That's kind of nice. Okay, but they're weak to it, right? What's his most physically defensive, best defensive mon that is not weak to either of my stabs? You're weak to it. You're all weak to this. Garbodor is weak to this. Okay, Blastoise. Okay, can I OHKO Blastoise? If it's a defensive set. Maybe. I feel like there's a chance. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, I think we can do this. Yeah, okay, wow. That's all I need. That's kind of crazy. Okay, in that case, now we can make sure that we take Zygarde extreme speed hits. Because now we know we can OHKO all the Pokemon. is basically what I'm trying to say. So there's Banded extreme speed. I'm not going to be able to, right? Not gonna be able to. Let's just look at that, for example. 252, 140. Yeah, okay, so Banded extreme speed would KO. That's pretty close to being able to take it after I belly drum. Is that worth it? I mean, maybe. I don't know. I could do this as like the set. Oh, not 44. And then, okay, hold up. I need to make sure my HP is a good number. So, my calculator's over here. So it needs to be divisible by 4. So I'm pretty close to 200. So actually, I can do that calc. That's easy. So at 200 HP, once I sub belly drum, I'll get down to having 50 HP, and 50 HP will allow this to allow me to eat the Solid Berry, and then I'll outspeed everything. Hopefully they just don't mess up my my damage calculation with whatchamacallit, grassy terrain. So if there's no grassy terrain, this set absolutely bonks. I'm kind of excited. This set looks hella weird. I've never built a set for Galar and Darmanitan, not with Zen mode before. I wanted to do it on my last video, and it didn't feel like it worked, so I didn't do it. But I had, like, there was Rillaboom Grassy Glide, which was way stronger, right? It's way stronger than Extreme Speed. This is kind of crazy, right? Like, look at this. There is a chance that I take this hit, right? All of these numbers KO me. All of these numbers don't. That's freaking cool. And of course I KO this Pokemon, so that's easy. Okay, so that's what we're going with. Okay, so I need to be able to deal with Tapu Bulu, right? That is the Pokemon that needs to be out of the way in order for this set to win, to just straight up win. Okay, so different question. Okay, different question. I didn't even think about this. But if I'm 52 EVs here, what do I outspeed? Probably not a whole lot. I'm just trying to think like how well I can use this Pokemon in kind of like mid-game scenario. Like if I don't try to go for the belly drum option. So, okay, basically I outspeed nothing. That's the short version of that. I outspeed nothing. I outspeed things that, like, if they're not running speed, then I outspeed them. But that's not that great. So, not sure how well that particular speed is going to be. But I am going to make, like, when I do my notes, I will make some notes about, like, what I outspeed here. Just so I can get a sense for, like, if I try to use Darm and a breaking capacity first, which, what is this, Adamant 60? Yeah, like if I use Darm in a breaking capacity, kind of in a mid-game scenario, what am I able to hit? How much damage can I do? How much damage do I take? That kind of stuff. And that way I can try to use it before I go for game with like sub belly drum. It's kind of my thought process. So I'm gonna copy this and move it off to the side in a new scenario or new team here, and that way I can have some notes on this as well. So what's this? Shay alts. There we go. Okay. Okay. So what else? What do I need to do here? So how do I make this set work? Okay. Also kind of interested in Mimikyu sets. So let's try Mimikyu here. And actually, that's not a bad idea. Is like, how well can I deal with stuff as Mimikyu? Ooh, do I want Play Rough for this? Because this Pokemon I also was thinking Spell Tag, right? So let's put Spell Tag on here. Just because Spell Tag hits everything for really good damage. Or like Ghost moves hit for everything for really good damage. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh my god, can you imagine if Lele gets Terrain up and then I go for game with Darmanitan? Oh my god, that'd be so exciting. Okay. Oh my god, that's so exciting. Alright, what else am I doing here? What else can I do? Right, okay, so Mimikyu. Speed, I probably am just going to go to make sure I can outspeed Lele. I certainly cannot take hits from that Pokemon. So I just need to make sure that I can KO it. In which case, that's a very easy set to make. Is Bulk Up the answer? Probably not, to be honest. Probably not. Maybe Sword Stance is the way. Yeah, maybe Sword Stance is the way to go. I'm gonna go Sword Stance. I don't know if there's too much that I like, am concerned about here. But we'll go Jolly. Yeah, this is a 2-hit KO on Zygarde, which is pretty solid. Oh, I wanted to see how much I could deal to Registeel. Okay. How about? Oh, okay, that's respectable damage. This is also Oko damage, so that kind of sucks, but you know, It is what it is. Yeah, so this, although it is, okay, is bulk up the way to go? Because could I bulk up and no, I can't drain punch through that damage. All right, never mind. Nope. We're going frail and heavy hitting. I think this is probably the way to go here. So this is what I'll go for Mimikyu. Just a basic set. It's going to deal good damage to everything here. Again, like, I think Registeel can get worn out because, like, I'm going to go for, like, I think Rotom Heat is a pretty easy switch in Registeel. Like, I don't even think I need to EV Rotom to be able to take care of Registeel. So, yeah, not too concerned about that. What else do I want to look at here? Yeah, I think that's pretty solid. Okay, so now that I'm thinking a little bit more about it, I'm thinking about like what Pokemon stop the momentum that I can gain with Rotom, and those Pokemon are going to be these two electric immunities, right? So I think I am going to go as Zarude, even though it is like, I mean, we're looking at Zarude against a team that is full of fairies, right? And so like that's not a good thing at all. But at the same time, it's going to deal some solid damage to everything. There's nothing that resists both stabs, I don't think. Oh, not true. Just kidding. I lied. Yeah. But I'm faster than this Pokemon, so like I can potentially switch out. And like I have Rotom Heat, which I think is a really good switch into this. I will need to be concerned about Stone Edge. That's something I'll need to be concerned about, but I think that's okay. I think we can figure that out. Plus we have Will-O-Wisp, which I think will really help against that too. So I think Zarude is my main switch in. I want to make sure I can switch into Zygarde. I want to make sure I can switch into Marowak. And then I just want to use it to get chip damage on some things. I can potentially have it help out with Blastoise as well. Yeah, so I kind of like where all those options look. I'm probably doing like a Roselli Berry. Like I don't even think I need to do any calcs to know that I likely am going to want this. Yeah, I'm likely gonna want this berry. Yeah. Because it'll just mean that I won't have to switch as often, which sounds very appealing. So I think this is probably what I'm gonna do for that. Moves. So I don't particularly want to miss moves. Like I'm gonna go Seed Bomb here. Power Whip obviously does more damage, but again, I don't want to miss moves. I just want to get damage on Pokemon, so to allow our Darm. Although I don't need to allow Darm any damage. Okay, I think I'm still gonna go with that. Yeah, I think I am gonna go with that. And then what else do we want? Do we want Encore for setup? Ooh, that kind of sounds kind of cool. That's an idea. Oh, ground move. What? You have a ground move? Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Everything we ever could have wanted. I did not know we got a ground move. That's super nice. And then jungle healing is probably the other move. Wait, did I not get? Why isn't Stomping Tantrum on there? What the heck? Why is? Okay. Game is being dumb. There we go. And then jungle healing, wherever that move is. Is that down here? Why is it down here? This move's amazing. Okay, so that's what we'll go with. No dark move, but I just don't think I need one. Yeah. What else do I have? Yeah, and I have Stomping Tantrum for the things that I don't hit with my grass moves. So yeah, this is perfectly fine. I think this is probably the set and way to go. So let me add this to start looking at my calcs here as well. What did I want? So I wanted Zarude to be able to switch in on Marowak for sure. They do Fire Punch, but that's okay. I can take a Fire Punch, which is what I'm concerned about. I take totally like no damage from Earthquake. That's great. Yeah. Okay. What else do I need? What do I need to outspeed? So I speed tie Rapidash. and I speed tie Lele, or I could be faster than Lele. I think I want to be faster than Lele, just in case it's not Scarf. Although I really think it will be. I feel it in my soul, you know? I feel like this is gonna be a Scarf Lele, but that's how I feel about Lele every game. So maybe that maybe that's not actually true. How fast? So 161. So I just need to be 162, which should be pretty simple. Perfect. There we go. Okay, so we need to be Jolly 180. We'll be faster than Lele, and I'd like to be able to Oko this Pokemon. Would be kind of nice. What else do I want to be able to switch this in on? I want to be able to switch in on not Zarude, Zygarde. I don't actually think Zygarde has a move that hits me for super effective damage. I think everything is normal. Okay, so this is Banded. Banded 1,000 arrows and extreme speed kind of do nothing. Outrage. If it goes Outrage, then I get into Mimikyu for free, so that's fine. Yeah, I'm not going to be concerned about that. I already could do good damage. I 2-hit KO, so I'm not going to be too concerned about that. I do want to make sure that I can take... Let's make sure I can take 2 of these Outrages. That seems like a reasonable calc to have. Yep, 199, so 199. I'm potentially going leftovers. Let's just calc as if I'm going leftovers. Oh no, I'm not leftovers. I'm Roselia Berry, right? So I just need to make sure that I'm a good rocks damage. So let's bump that up so that I'm good for rocks. So I go 201 on HP. Perfect. Other things. Oh, we want to be able to deal with Blastoise. And I just want to make sure I can... Oh, okay. I could totally take 2 of these. That's amazing. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so I can take 2 of these. Did I bump this? I did not. So 164 is what I have here. I don't mind being a little bit higher. Let's say they go with like some crazy Life Orb set. You know what? Let's not look at Life Orb. Let's assume that, I don't know. This seems good. I didn't like the Life Orb calc, so we just didn't look at it. I think I'll just put the rest into attack, a little bit in defense, and we should be good from there. Yeah, because then I have like a little bit of offensive pressure. I'll look at calcs for these. Probably a little bit more off screen. I'll just add a handful of things, but I'm likely not tweaking this set. If I do, when if I make any changes to it when I'm not recording this part, then I'll just explain what I did for them. Okay, so this looks good. This looks good. Right, Diggersby. Speed for Diggersby. Where is Diggersby? So we speed tie Blastoise. I mean, okay, can I get over 201? New question. So, yeah, 200. So this is a calc that you can do if you're calcing for Scarf. So basically, your Pokemon's HP. Let's say my or not speed, HP, my speed. Let's say my speed is 98, right? If I multiply that by 1.5, I need my speed to be higher than Coco's speed. Well, this is just a simple like x times 1.5 equals the number that I'm trying to get, right? 200. So if I just do a calc where it's 200 divided by 1.5, then that will tell me the number that I need for my speed stat in order to speed tie Coco. And then I just round up, right? So I'll just go to 134. I can't get to 134 as being Jolly, or being Adamant, so I have to go Jolly. That's sad. I was really hoping for Adamant. So once I get to 134, right here, 188, and then we can see that when we go into the calculator here. So I will go Jolly, 188, not 252, 188. And boom, there it is, right? That gives me the exact speed that I need to outspeed Coco. So that's a calc that you can do. This is the number you need to hit, right? So I'm trying to hit 201. I divide it by 1.5. I need to have 134 as my speed stat in order to just outspeed Coco. Easy, okay? Okay, and then the rest, of course, is going into attack and HP. Can I make that number a good rock stumper. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, ground type resist rock, right? Am I making stuff up? Sometimes I forget these things. Okay, yeah. So I'm looking for dividing by 16 instead of dividing by 8. So 169 divided by 16. That would of course be 160. So I'm just gonna go to 161 as my HP, and then I'll bump the rest in here. So I have 64 left over. I'm just gonna evenly distribute it. It really doesn't matter. Boom. Done. Okay, so we got Diggersby. And okay, so now I need these defensive calcs because these matter quite a bit. So I don't just lose this stuff. Okay, Rotom is for Lele and Bulu. I wrote that down to remind myself. So can I deal with Tapu Lele? I don't want to look at specs damage. I'll be real, I don't want to look at specs damage. It's not gonna look good. Oh my god. That's so much. Can I do this without going? Oh, that's 3 hit KO with leftovers. Okay, saved. I did not think I was gonna be able to take these hits. So that's max Spadef. God, okay. How well do I deal with Bulu though? How well do I deal with Bulu? I don't. God. Not Life Orb? Okay, I can take a Stone Edge. Alright, how about... Let's go back to Lele. Moonblast does nothing, but they're gonna go for Psychic then. Oh, they're gonna go for Psy Shock. Oh my god, they're gonna go for Psy Shock though. Oh, I hate everything. And if they're not if they're not locked in, then I don't have a good switch into this. Yeah, I just don't. It just doesn't exist on my team. Right? Yeah. Okay, I feel like they're probably going... I just gotta hope, right? I gotta hope that they're gonna go for Psyshock instead of Psychic. Or I gotta hope they go for Psychic instead of Psyshock. Yikes, that is not a good place to be in. Okay, don't bring Lele against me. How about that? Shayquaza, if you're watching this, don't bring Lele against me. I mean, you're gonna watch, if you watch this video, you're gonna see it after we play, but just go into the future, see that Lele is not a good option against me, and don't bring it. Deal? Deal. Okay, so I'm still gonna calc for it because I don't know if you heard me, you know what I mean? But yeah, Lele's a problem. I just don't have an answer to it. Yeah, I legit just don't have an answer to it. I would have to look for revenge killing it, to be honest, and I don't do that particularly well. Okay, hold on. I guess I do that with Mimikyu. I hope I do that with Mimikyu. Right? Where's my Mimikyu set? Can I Oko this? I can. Okay. Close enough, right? Close enough. It's got 145 HP, so one attack does not do it. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so I can revenge it if it's not Scarf. I'm going to calc as though it is Scarf, because I need to make sure that I just don't completely die to this Pokemon. So, okay, so what I figure, I just needed max HP. I don't think I'm going to try to do, like, taking 3 hit KOs from stuff. I'm probably going to look for, like, can I just take hits is probably the main thing that I'm going to look at. Let's look at Tapu Bulu. I am going to look at Life Orb because it's likely that I'm going to need to use this Pokemon to switch in. So if I can take Stone Edge, this will help me take Psyshock too. So that's totally fine. Can I outspeed Adamant? Oof, that might be kind of tough. Yeah, that's going to be tough. Adamant goes to 127. So that's outspeeding Adamant. That's all I have left over. I don't think I can do it. Not with the defensive stats that I want. Because I'm looking at like going bold if I do this. But then I don't even take Life Orb. Oh, okay. No. Technically I do, right? If I go, not Impish, if I go bold. Because I did that with a defense stat of 150, right? So if I go like this, then I can take Adamant Stone Edge. Boom. We did it, everybody. We beat the game. Not really. We did not beat the game, but we're trying. We're trying really hard. Okay, this would technically help me switch into Registeel a little bit easier too. Probably would help me switch into Rapidash as well too. Not in Zygarde. Forget Zygarde. That's what we have Zarude for. Zarude's for Zygarde. And Lele. God, Lele. Okay, can I take a Choice Specs hit? Not Psychic. Yeah, not Psychic. I think I'm gonna go with this set. I want to make sure that I'm faster than Bulu, because again, once Bulu's gone and we don't have to deal with Grassy Train anymore, then we don't get our calcs messed up for sub Belly Drum on Darmanitan. So I'm pretty sure this is what we're gonna do, because I need to make sure that Bulu's gone. Does this outspeed anything else right there? It also outspeeds Garbodor, so that's kind of nice too. It doesn't outspeed Modest Blastoise, but I don't know. What are you gonna do? There's only so much you can do. I'm probably just gonna have to like full switch in front of that to make sure that it can't set up on me. Even though it would be able to live a Volt Switch, so I don't know. Yeah, that's probably okay. And then Weezing, I've kind of liked the two of these Pokemon. I'm really hoping that I get a chance to draft them again at some point. Okay, Weezing is for Coco. So how can we deal with Tapu Koko? Oh, actually, this Pokemon can probably deal with Tapu Koko fairly well too, I would imagine. Yeah, this is a great switch into Koko as well. So, okay, so this is a good option for Koko. Actually, okay, in that case, no, I can't deal with Psychic moves with Weezing. Just kidding. Doesn't help us with Lele. I don't know, man. I don't know. Lele's just gonna be a problem. That's just the game we're playing. When Lele comes in, it clicks. Well, hold on. It doesn't just straight up click Moonblast, right? It's got to click a Psychic move to deal with our Rotom, and then we can go into Zarude and U-turn to whatever we want. Okay, maybe this can work. This is going to be a matter of Mox. How can we deal with Mox? If this team can work in Mox, then this is probably what we'll do. Okay, Weezing. Okay, my main concern is Tapu Fini. This kind of set. Mostly concerned about that. Yeah, because like I can't take Scalds from this. So Weezing. Okay, just straight up I can take Salts. That's kind of nice. How about if you're just like a very offensive set? I'm gonna go Black Sludge as well on this. Just because I want to have a little bit of recovery here. So we're 3-hit KO'd with this setup. Can I do that by having a good Black Sludge number? I probably can. Oh, hold on. That's times 16. So this is going to be 161. So 164. We'll need a little bit more Spadef, but we can do that. So 164, 148, okay. So it gives us quite a bit of leftover stuff. 60 for speed, I don't need to try to outspeed anything, because I'm not going to be able to outspeed Bulu. Like, Bulu is going to probably make sure it outspeeds me, like 100 and whatever that number was. Yeah, it's going to make sure it outspeeds me, because it can't get hit by a Clear Smog. Oh, which means can this deal with all of them? Except Lele. This might be able to deal with all the Tapus except Lele. And I mean, Lele's coming. Like, I just know it is. What about Assault Vest Duraludon? Can I do that? Let's finish this set first, and then I'll figure out about Assault Vest Duraludon. I kind of want to go a little bit more here because I want to make sure. So 148 is my number currently. Yeah, see, this is a little tough because I can't, like, if it's a Calm Mind set, then I need to catch it before it starts Calm Minding. Because if I try to go with the set I'm looking at here, and say they Calm Mind, they Skull, like, what am I saying here? They Calm Mind on my Switch, and they're like this set, for example. And oh, they have Misty Terrain. How good are these? Whatever, I'll figure it out. So they Calm Mind on my Switch. They attack me with Scald, right? I clear Smog, I drop them back, then they KO me with Scald. Like, that's not good for me. That's not good for me at all. I probably need to bump this up higher. Because how much was this? This was, so let's say worst case scenario, I take 70 into 49. So I take 120%. I don't think I can do enough to knock that off. Maybe I just need to go like max spit F. So, okay, so they deal, hey, I kind of like that. Yeah, so they deal 40% and 65. Okay, it's technically possible, but I think with Black Sludge, maybe not. So, Black Sludge restores a 16th, which is, I forget what that calculation is. I forget how much. Okay, so it restores 6%, right? Yeah, it restores the 16th. So I restore 6%. So they deal 60, right? They deal 60 into dealing. Yeah, see, that's not enough. I need to go higher. Okay, let's see. So they deal 66 into 40 something. Yeah, see, I can't take both hits here. So okay, I'm gonna stick to this as my calc here. So this is 3-hit KO'd by Modest Feeny Scald. Okay. And then I probably have to pain split. Maybe I have to pain split it so I can get it in range of something. Maybe that's the option I have to go for. Or I need to clear Smog to get rid of its stat boost. Depends on what kind of stat boost it's doing. And then potentially I can KO with Diggersby. Potentially I can KO with Diggersby. That's an idea. Okay, I want to be able to switch in. I think I can switch in on Tapu Bulu as well. Let's make sure I can do that as well. Okay, Stone still does quite a bit, but let's make sure this number is less than 50%. Okay, 52, and that's Life Orb Adamant, so that's kind of nice. I don't think I want to try to, like, nothing is going to try to creep me, I don't think. Like, things are already just faster than me anyway, so there's no point in me doing that. I do think I'm going to switch this up a little bit. I don't know if I'm going to go for Will-O-Wisp. Like, I forgot about Misty Terrain. So, is there a better option instead? Memento! Oh, Memento! Okay, we're doing Memento. Because if I can Memento into my Darmanitan, then I can sub Belly Drum, and I'm in a much safer space. Okay, that's the way to go. Taunt. Do I want Taunt? Great question. Or do I want a harder hitting move here? Also a good question. I could also go for T-Spikes. Let's go with the T-Spike. Yeah, let's go with the T-Spike, because then, Yeah, because like I could T-Spike like on a Registeel coming in, and I'm totally cool with that. Yeah, I think that might be a better option. And like, oh, that would be kind of cool actually. If I could T-Spike, they have Clear Body. Never mind, they have Clear Body. But I was thinking like if I could Memento to drop their stats on the Registeel so that I could get in our Darmanitan, and then we could sub in front of it and Belly Drum and blah, 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 all that good stuff. But I think I am going to go with Memento here. So I have a little bit of extra stats here. I don't see myself putting a whole lot of damage with this. This is mostly to survive hits. So I'm just going to split it for each of these stats. So I have 144 left over. So splitting that up, it's like 72 each. Okay, let's make sure. So this is the set that I currently have. If I go 72 each, then it looks like that. That seems fine. Yeah. Nature will go bold, right? Because we're a physically attacking set. And voila. Let's go a little bit more in SpDef maybe. So I need to get to 147 on my physically defensive stats. So yeah, let's just go with this. This is more defense than I needed here, which is awesome. And I'm just max SpDef to help take hits. And then Memento to get into our sweeper. I like how that sounds. God, I really like how that sounds. I really hope this works. This would be so cool. We're gonna see if I can get a mock for this battle. And okay, is that all the sets? I think we got all the sets here. Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna stop recording right here. Well, it'll be like a second for you. So I'm thinking for myself. Note to self, when I come back to looking at this, I want to have a on screen, it'll have the notes that I have for each of these sets that I've made here. If I happen to have made any adjustments to any of these stats, then I will have a note as to why I made the adjustment. And yeah, then we'll go from there. So thanks for being with me, everybody. And well, this isn't the end of the video, it's just the end of my first part of the recording. Hopefully I'm able to find a mock so we'll get a chance to see how the team performs after having played a mock battle. And yeah, and I'll make any other adjustments that I need to. And yeah. Okay, see you in a minute. And we're back. This is a couple of days after I did my first recording that you are like seconds after having watched. I don't know, this is very interesting for me to think about in terms of the timeline. So it's a couple days later. I was able to get a mock against Tiger. I'm very thankful for him to have given me a mock. And I think it was actually like the next day, so that was kind of nice. We played one mock, so I have his team. And actually I'm looking, I don't have it up on the screen, so let me pull that up so I can have that here as well. Yeah, perfect. Okay. And then I also typed up some notes for the team that that we have, right? Everything is the same. I just essentially typed up everything that we talked through this last time. There's one change that I made, and you can see it on your screen now. Originally, this was a Roselli Berry. I switched it over to Tango Berry because I realized that Skitter Smack is a move that Zygarde can run. And if they look at my team and think that, like, in terms of like ground resist, there is like one, right? Like a levitating Latios doesn't count, right? And this one resist is like super weak to Skitter Smack. So I have a feeling that they run that move. So I think I need Tango Berry as an option to deal with that. Tango Berry is unfortunately useless against everything else my opponent has, but Zygarde causes enough problems for my team that I think that it's important that I have it. Aside from that, I don't... So the only thing I talked about Diggersby was about speed. So I added a handful of calcs in here, so I have some information about Diggersby for when that comes up, essentially. Anything else I wanted to talk about? I think that was it. Everything else is just putting in calcs for how the team actually works and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so let's actually take a look at the mock. I'm going to do similar to what I did last time. I'm just going to play the mock, and then at the end, I'll talk about my thought process or ideas about the team, any changes that I think I'm going to make based on that. Now, one thing I would want to point out for this mock is that Zarude was Roselli Berry in this. It was after we played the game, and I was thinking about it a little more, and then I remembered that Zygarde has Skitter Smack, that I realized that I think I want that. So anyway, let's see how it goes. And I'm just going to make it a faster speed so we can see how the game goes. Okay, so we ended up losing the match, and yeah, that was unfortunate. That was kind of sad. So a couple of things that I think I could have done differently, or changes that I want to make. At the beginning, getting this information that Coco was Scarf, which is like, damn it. Like, I didn't think that Coco was going to be Scarf for this matchup, and yeah, Scarf Coco makes this set not work particularly well, right? Like, Coco does outspeed this set. And so I had to be very conscious of that as the game was going on. And we noticed that at the end, I think there was 24 turns in this, that at the end, Coco is still there, right? And still at max HP. So, yeah, so like my Darmanitan set wasn't necessarily going to work here, right? Unless I wanted to try to go for outspeeding Scarf Coco, which it's an option. I don't know how good of an option it is. So I don't know, just something to notice about how the game went. Okay, other piece of information. I felt okay about how most of these turns were going. This is a situation where I'm wondering if I want to have a move that hits Feeny well, and I don't even know if I have something that can. Okay, so Gunk Shot was an idea that I considered for this set. I don't know if I have Poison Jab. Yeah, I don't think I have Poison Jab, but like, so Gunk Shot is a potential option. I don't know if it's necessarily what I want to go for here, but it's something to keep in mind. Actually, did I calc for how much I do to, I didn't calc for how much I do to Feeny. Well, let's do that right now while I'm thinking about it, and I can add that to my notes later on. I don't know what kind of Tapu Fini said, but let's just say it's max HP. Yeah, I don't 2-hit KO with high horsepower. If this is Earthquake, do I? I do if it's Earthquake, though. And now I am considering switching over to Earthquake, and I think I am actually going to do that here. Even though they have the option for grassy terrain, they are also switching around between like 3 other Tapus potentially, and so I don't think grassy terrain is going to stick around for very long, even if it is there. So I think I am going to go for Earthquake here. It was definitely in consideration not to have it, but yeah, this being able to 2-hit KO Fini is really nice. Plus, like we notice on, it's not this turn, it's like a couple of turns later, that missing high horsepower was really unfortunate because it meant that we took so much damage on Diggersby while we were in front of the Registeel after that body press, after missing high horsepower. And I don't think I want the option of being able to miss high horsepower, so I am going to go for Earthquake on this set. Now, I never see myself clicking. Oh, you know what? So I never see myself clicking Body Slam. What if I have high horsepower and Earthquake? And that gives me the option that if they do bring... well, if they bring Bulu, I'm not going to click a ground move anyway. Okay, hold on. I'm just going to go with Earthquake. So now the decision is, do I want to go with, instead of Body Slam, do I want to go with Gunk Shot and have the potential to OHKO any of the Tapus? I'm sure I OHKO all the Tapus with it. Or do I go with Earthquake because it deals really solid damage? And honestly, I'm probably just going to stick with Earthquake here. Iron Head is an idea, but like, I don't know. Oh, Super Fang's actually an idea that I hadn't thought of, but I'm still probably not doing it. Thunder Punch is an option. I don't know, I think this is probably fine. I might switch Body Slam over, because I just don't see myself using it, right? Although if this Pokemon is gone, then I have the chance to para everything here, and that seems kind of nice. So, so maybe I will keep Body Slam and just kind of have that as a backseat option, even though, like, I would say 99% of the scenarios, I'm just not clicking this move, right? I'm going to click Earthquake, or I'm going to click Ice Punch, or U-Turn, right? So this is a very, very maybe option. But I will kind of debate the idea of Gunk Shot versus Body Slam. Okay, anyway, so yeah, this high horsepower missing is really rough. Now, if they had not set up rocks and had just gone for the body press, it is really good to know how much this body press does, which I think we see on this next turn. Yeah, so it does 69%. Okay, now this is Spadef, right? So Spadef, Registeel, deals 69% to Diggersby. So that is something I need to be aware of. I think when I have this situation again, notice on here, right? I U-turn on this play, and I go into Diggersby, right? This is not the right play. I think I should be going into Rotom Heat, because I think that this stops... yeah, going into this stops the... what am I thinking of? Stops rocks from going up. Rocks don't go up in this scenario. And I don't think that, like, and they don't necessarily have a really good switch in to Rotom Heat. I probably get off like a fairly good overheat, and then like potentially like Fini comes in if they don't think I'm going for it. Or I get like a really good amount of damage on Zygarde, which would be really nice if they think I would go for Volt Switch. But I'd probably go for overheat, honestly, like, and I just want to get damage on this mon. I do have Will-O-Wisp here. I am debating on if I want to keep Will-O-Wisp or not, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe, maybe... What move was I thinking of? Oh, maybe Pain Split's an option. So, I don't know, all different ideas. But Will-O-Wisp was the idea that I wanted to catch something and burn it, like potentially the Registeel, but I don't know. Maybe a screen would be nice, actually. Oh, I kind of like that. Like a light screen would be really cool here. Okay, I'm actually going to make that switch right now because he has a lot of special attackers. Like, what do we got? 4, 4 out of 6 here. And actually, if I go to the full team, actually, several of the physical attackers didn't come, but I think Light Screen is still actually going to be kind of worth it. Which do I want to go with Light Clay for that reason? Nah, I don't think I need to. Oh my god, what if I just go full hazards or full screens on this? That would support this set. I didn't even think about that. Do I have another way to remove hazards? Because I really don't want rocks up. I don't. Ooh, that's so rough. Do I take off overheat? What do I hit with overheat? U2? I think I can go without overheat, honestly. Okay, we're gonna switch this setup. We're gonna go light clay. I'm gonna take overheat off and I'm gonna put reflect on. Yeah, I kind of like how this sounds a little bit more actually. Because if I can get those screens up, then that really helps to support this set working, which this is going to be my main way of trying to win. So, okay, so I kind of actually like this idea. Okay, so other things from the gameplay here, right, is like I don't think going into Diggersby here was the right play. I think I should have gone Rotom. And in fact, even with this Rotom set, I think it would have been the right play. Because I think what I would probably end up doing is just like get up a light screen against this team. I'd probably get up a, actually I'd probably get up a reflect because I kind of feel like the Zygarde could come in. So I'd go reflect. Zygarde comes in. I'd probably just go Rafiki at that point. But like potentially I go light screen also and kind of continue to play the game from there. Yeah, and that really supports this set to be able to take a extreme speed once I get that going. So I actually kind of like the idea of these screens here. Yeah, anyway, so this was a play that was very unfortunate. And I am going to switch to Earthquake here just so that I can take these sets a little bit better. Other things that kind of came up in the match that I think I would switch. So actually there was a point, it's right here, right? So this Mon dies, right? They bring in Zygarde, and I have a decision to make, right? Okay. Yeah, I think I should have gone Rafiki here. If I had the Tenga Berry, then I think I 100% should have, right? And like this is obviously my switch into this Mon anyway, so I think I just should have gone with it. The other option is to go into Darmanitan and bluff Scarf. If rocks were not up, I would do that. Because I would know that he was banded. Yeah, I would know he's banded based on the crit damage on Zygarde earlier. Or not Zygarde, on Zarude earlier. So that's just something I need to kind of keep in mind. Where was the criticism? Yeah, so I think in this scenario, I think I should have gone into Rafiki here and probably just go for... Well, he doesn't have a grass resist anymore, so I'd probably just go for Seed Bomb, honestly. And I'd probably die to the Skitter Smack, but honestly, I think that just means that I get in something for free after that. Like maybe I go Mimikyu at that point, and then I can potentially set up and just kind of try to clean up from there. Yeah, Drain Punch. I kind of think I want to switch this move too. I do think I want to go Play Rough here. Missing out on this KO right here was really rough. Like I'd like to have this Mon gone because this is one of the ways that he deals with he deals with our set, right? And let's see, how much do I do with Shadow Claw? I deal 62% with Shadow Claw, right? And if this was Mimikyu against a Zygarde, 10%. Like if I have, instead of Shadow Claw, if I have Play Rough. Yeah, see, if I have Play Rough, I KO, right? And I get rid of this Mon, who is such a problem for my team to deal with. Now I am able to do that with a combination of Shadow Claw plus Shadow Sneak, which is awesome, right? But I do think that it's worthwhile to have the Play Rough there so I could pick up that KO specifically. And as you can see, like, I was able to deal with, and like, it's not like the Registealer resists my hit, right? and I feel like I have fairly good switch-ins to it with the with Toaster. So I think it's totally fine, right? I think that if Registeel comes in and tries to like beat this set, like I'm just gonna switch out and like whatever, you know. I think I'll be okay there. Yeah, so I think that's something that I would like to switch up. Because it also, well, like I said, it would mean that I lose my disguise. But if I go Rafiki, then I'm probably in a better situation and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so like, that's just something that I'm kind of thinking about. And losing Big Chungus there, like, that's another scenario, right? If I just Earthquake this, while he gets rocks up and then I Earthquake again, then he goes down and then I can basically kill everything. I also need to be a little careful about KOing something to let Blastoise in for free, right? I don't remember what turn it is. Somewhere here. Is it this turn? No. It's here, right? So I pick up this KO and I don't have enough to oh. Actually, this might be a reason for me to have Wood Hammer. Because I don't want to let... Yeah, but it still takes the hit, so I don't know, maybe it doesn't matter. Although, if there's no Psychic Terrain, then Wood Hammer into Shadow Sneak KOs, so... I don't know, maybe that's an option. But like here, right, it's like having Psychic Terrain, like KOing Lele to let in Blastoise and having Blastoise Shell Smash, like, is a problem, right? And I can't necessarily do anything about it unless I have enough Swords Danced. So I kind of think like there's a handful of like misplays during this match that I think if I'd done differently, I think I would have had a chance to win. I'm not saying I would have, I'm just saying that there would have been a better chance. And so that's something that I'm kind of like keeping in the back of my mind about this set. I guess I could do like, would that help? No. I was saying like if I had subbed on their Shell Smash, then they attack, I attack while they break my, or they attack, break my sub, I attack, and then they attack again and win. So like it wouldn't have mattered. So this is just a scenario that I just need to be very aware of. Like I cannot let Blastoise in for free like this. It's just not something that I can do. So like saying that is just like I just need to be aware of how I'm playing the game. So that I don't allow this to happen. Screens might help. So that's something that I'm gonna kind of keep in mind here too. But yeah, so I'm pretty happy with how the team performed, and obviously you can see I made a handful of changes based on it. I think I like this. I really like this screens idea. I think this is gonna be really good for helping the team out. The Tenga Berry I think is gonna be really good here. Okay, so this Pokemon had such a problem dealing with Feeny. I don't know if I necessarily want to switch anything on it. I don't know if I want to switch anything on it because like, yeah. Like getting taunted really sucked. That was really bad. I really wanted to get those T-spikes up. I could have gone for like I could have like a more aggressive attacking option here, but the Memento's kind of nice here too, to get the momentum, although I just don't see it happening. Oh, that's another thing too, is I think I should have, like Rocks were up, that I think I should have switched into to Rotom on the Coco. Another thing that like looking back I think I could have done differently. Oh, that's something I was thinking about here too. I'm considering neutralizing gas for this matchup. Does it even matter? Oh, yes, I'm gonna go neutralizing gas because that means the momentum would affect the clear body. Where is it? It would affect the Registeel. And like their ground attack is Zygarde. And Zygarde hits 1,000 arrows, so like Levitate doesn't matter. which is why like Zygarde is Zygarde's 100% coming against this team. Like it's really good against what I have. But I am gonna go neutralizing gas here because I think it is gonna be better. Maybe I can stop a terrain from going up. Maybe I can stop a, I don't know. I can affect clear body with Memento, also an idea. Yeah, so I like this change to go neutralizing gas instead, just because like I'm not gonna be dodging anything, to be honest. And if I can dodge something like the Marowak Earthquake or like a Registeel Earthquake, like I'm just gonna go Rotom Heat anyway, to be honest. So like, or I'm going Rafiki because I'm not trying to dodge it necessarily. I'm trying to just be in a good position to take the hit. So not to mention that I don't necessarily think that Marowak's coming, and Registeel I'm gonna deal with in other ways anyway. So yeah, so I think that it's fine to go neutralizing gas because it does give me that kind of I mean it just gives me that option, right? That I don't have to kind of worry about. Plus, like if they do have grassy terrain, like hey, I get the grassy terrain recovery too, which is kind of cool. So yeah, so those are some things that are in the back of my mind of things that I want to change here, or not the back of my mind. I'm doing them. Like I'm legit, this is what I'm doing, right? I think neutralizing gas is a good switch. I think doing screens here is kind of nice to help me with my setup options. Actually, both my setup options, right? Another set that I'm actually kind of playing around with is, and this was like in the last couple of days, like while I've been thinking about the match, while not recording this, obviously, was the idea of switching this to be a Scarf kind of set and switching this to be an Agility set. And I mean, essentially doing exactly what this set is doing, but instead of that being like Earthquake, Ice Punch, Agility, Swords Dance, maybe. Something like that. And that would be a pretty cool set here too, I think. Because we, like, from the calcs that I was looking at with Dickersby, like, we pretty much 2-hit KO everything. Which is really nice. And if I could Swords Dance, then that means I'm outgoing everything. If I can Double Dance, then, well, that's kind of nice. Plus, not to mention that I think that this would outspeed Scarf Coco a little bit better than I can make this set do it. Oops, I want to go 50. Yeah, so like Scarf Coco gets to this, Diggersby at +2 gets to way faster. Like I do not need all that speed. I can go Adamant with like no speed. Okay, not true. With a little bit of speed. And so this actually set right here would outspeed everything, and then I could go a little more bulky and go with like a Swords Dance kind of build. So that's totally an option here too. You know what? Let's build a set like that and see how it looks. I mean, this is the whole point, right? Is to try out building options and kind of see where it goes. So I don't think I want Cheek Pouch. I don't actually know when I'd use Cheek Pouch. I'm going Huge Power. So we'd go Earthquake. We'd go Ice Punch. We would go Agility. And probably Swords Dance. We can go Adamant, which is fantastic. Actually, I'm kind of curious about what's better, if I should go Adamant or if I should go Jolly. And the reason I asked that is because in general, the higher stat bonus, the higher stat number is where you want your stat increase to be. I just don't know how it works with Huge Power. Like, obviously this is going to be higher. I'm just thinking, like, where do I get my most amount of stats from? Because if I go Jolly here with, like, no investment, then I'm hitting that number anyway, and I'm hitting a higher number here. So I'm just trying to think, like, I don't know what my best option is, and that's probably something I'd play around with a little bit. I just don't know if I want to do it right now. Okay, so, okay, let's play outside. Let's legit play around with this set. So if I can, okay, let's just say 252 Adamant. Most defensive Mon, of course, is the, let's say Blastoise. I don't want the shell smash option. I want to know if it's a defensive option. Not 250, like, and he's bold. Yeah, so I want to make sure I can 2-hit KO here, and I don't with high horsepower. If it's Earthquake, I think I remember looking at this calc and like, okay, so there's a tiny chance to, right? Oh, hold up. I had Scarf on still. Whoops, I had Scarf on. How fast does Tapu Koko get? I remember it's 200 speed, right? Okay, so I need to get to 300. Oh, I don't actually. Oh, shoot. Oh, I legit just can't outspeed Scarf Koko, even if I agility. Dang, that really sucks. Okay, I was hoping that that would work. I was +2 with Scarf. that's why I was outspeeding Koko. So I can't actually do that. Dang it, I was really hoping I'd be able to. Okay, so maybe this isn't the set that I want to do. I think I just talked myself out of it. If I was able to outspeed Scarf Koko, then I feel like I would have gone with this set because, yeah, just like if it was Scarf Koko and they locked themselves into T-Bolt, then like this comes in and like agilities and then sword stances for free, you know, and like that's a game-winning scenario, right? Like if I sword stance here, like I could put in enough stats to where I live essentially, if I was able to outspeed Koko, you know. So yeah, it would have been really nice if I'd been able to do that, but like that's just not something that I can do here. So I think I've just talked myself out of agility sword stance stickers B. Would have been very cool though. Would have been very cool. What's his next Vaxismon? Zygarde? Do I outspeed Zygarde after an agility? That would be kind of cool. Oh, that's the wrong Zygarde. I've done this a couple of times during this recording. So it's not necessarily Scarf, it's if I can, oh, I think I can outspeed this. So that's an idea. So this would be like a Zygarde after Scale Shot, which like doesn't seem that likely to happen, but it is totally possible. I would have to be Jolly to make this happen, and it would be a set that would be something like this-ish. That feels kind of tough to pull off. Yeah, that feels kind of tough to pull off because like I'm not necessarily hitting the Blastoise. Yeah, I don't know. I don't love it. It's kind of where I'm at right now. Part of my thinking for like why I don't think it's that amazing is that I don't, I feel like if I'm gonna go with Double Dance here, like I need to be able to have the HP and stat and like defensive distribution to be able to effectively Double Dance here. Like best case scenario, right? I agility on a switch from them, and then I sword stance on the thing that they switch into me, and then I'm able to clean up every Pokemon from there. Now that means that the Pokemon they switch into me is essentially going to be a counter for me, right? Let's say Blastoise, right? Which we saw can EV to take this hit, right? They have to be pretty defensive. Actually, how defensive they have to be? Wait, hold up. Can they? Am I just making stuff up? Wait, hold up. Why did I think they could take this hit? Oh, okay. It might help if I put the right HP in. Yeah, so they can EV to take this hit, right? Let's say they get exactly what they need to take this hit. Then that leaves them with what? 80 EVs or so. Okay, maybe. But basically the scenario is I agility as they switch in, I sword stance while they surf, then I EQ, they surf me again, and I'm dead. right? Like that's just not something that works, right? And if I don't, okay, let's say no chance of being 2-shot, right? Boom, and they go with this set, right? They legit need 0 EVs in here in order for Surf to 2-hit KO me, and that's the same that goes for Scald. So I'd have to get Blastoise either chipped down, which, like, I don't know, maybe that doesn't sound that unlikely to happen. But it does beat Scarf Coco, which is kind of the other thing that's going on here. I think if I was, if I was playing this same opponent multiple times, I might hold on to this kind of set to potentially use in a future match. And maybe I'd explore it a little bit more. Or, you know what? Hold on. Okay, so we have this set built, right? Let's say I go with, I don't know, Leftovers, Focus Sass, Citrus Berry, what's the grass move one? Not Grassy Seed. Oh, I could go with a seed, actually. Oh, I could go with a seed. That's totally an idea, too. I mean, okay, what's the Psychic Seed? Gives you Svidef? Cool, I'm gonna do that. I'm pretty sure they're bringing Lele, so there's gonna be Psychic Terrain at some point. So let's say I go with this as a set. I'm gonna try this out, right? So I'm making these adjustments, and I play Squid tomorrow for a mock. We're doing some mocks for one of his battles, and we're doing a mock for this matchup. I'm going to try this set, and I'm going to try let's throw together just a basic Scarf Darm set. Nothing particularly crazy, just a nice little U-turn, Earthquake. What else am I having on here? Icicle Crash, of course. And what's another physical move that I can have? I don't know. Does a Zen Headbutt hit anything? What's something that hits something against this team? I'd like to be able to hit these 2 mons, but, you know, we can't always have every good move on. Superpower? I don't know. I probably just don't hit those mons. That's one of the things, is like having played with and against Darm. I think that maybe Bulldoze is an idea. Underspeed, or like making stuff slower than me, could be kind of nice. I kind of like how that sounds, actually. I'm gonna throw a Bulldoze on the side. I probably am not clicking it. I don't even think I think this is the only thing I'm clicking. Yeah, and so let's call this Nihanzaru. We'll call it version 2. And then this is Big Chungus version 2. Yeah, and so like I'll try a team that has everything else that's the same. Oh, that's right, I have screens here too. Except for you and you. And yeah, I'll just add these as sets that I'll use against Squid tomorrow, and like I'll just have both of them and I'll give them both a try, right? And Squid is great about like giving me suggestions and ideas, and so I'll ask him what he thinks about this set. If he thinks that this Diggersby, if he likes it more, if he likes the other Belly Drum Darmanitan set, and I'm just gonna get a feel for it, you know. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, but I think that like potentially either one of them could work, and so like this is sometimes I do when I'm team building too, is like sometimes I have multiple versions of teams because mons feel like they could potentially be interchangeable in terms of like the role that they can take, and having that means that my opponent is second guessing, right? Like they don't necessarily know if I'm going to go with a Scarf Darmanitan set. They don't necessarily know if I'm going to go with a Belly Drum set. And then same thing with Diggersby, right? Could I go with this Agility Sword Stance set, or am I going to go with a Scarf set? It's all ideas, you know? So that's just something to kind of keep in mind. But I'll give this a try out and see if and see what I like, you know. Yeah, so I'll see you again in a few minutes, where I'll have the mocks that I play against Squid, and we'll see how the team performs. So anyway, see you all in a few minutes. Continuing on from a couple of days since my last recording here, building for our team against Shayquaza, and this has probably been a long one at this point. I don't even remember how long each section was, but I have a couple more mocks. Huge shout out and thank you to Squid for creating a mock team for us. And I think at the end of my last video, we had made 2 versions of our team. One was where we had our Scarf Diggersby and our Salicberry Darmanitan, and the other version was where we essentially kind of swapped those. We had Scarf Darmanitan and not Belly Drum Salicberry Diggersby, but Agility Sword Stance. So like, I don't know, kind of the same thing, you know? So just like a reversal of what kind of sets we want to use coming into this match. And yeah, and we got a chance to try out our Tangoberry Zarude, which I'm really glad I had that opportunity to use. So let's take a look at how the matches went. I'm going to do essentially what I did last time. I'm going to play through both of these matches. This first match right here is with the Scarf Diggersby. The next one that we play here is with the other team, so it's with the Scarf Darmanitan. So just so you get a sense for like which team it is, and I'll kind of, as I'm going through the match, I'll click through so that you can see on the right side here which Pokemon is at the time, and then what kind of their stats are and whatnot. So anyway, we'll be back in just a moment to actually look to see how the teams play out. So I'll just do a quick recap for this game, just because it's a pretty simple one. Obviously, we managed to use our Memento Wheezing to get into Galarian Darmanitan and sub Belly Drum and kill everything, which was fantastic. One of the things that I wanted to point out that was important about this particular match was I did this after we got rid of Zygarde. If you remember the last recording that we did, it was like a couple of minutes ago for you, but I couldn't get rid of Zygarde. And because I couldn't get rid of Zygarde, I always had to fear extreme speed, so I never actually went for the belly drum last time. So getting rid of Zygarde during this match was really important, because as soon as this mod was gone, I was in a much better position to set up and win with Darmanitan. So just kind of something to point out there. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't remember what the set is on the Tapu Fini, but if I am at belly drum, can I KO Tapu Fini if it's like max HP, max defense? And I don't think I can. Okay, I'm really close to being able to. So that's kind of something that I should be aware of, is that a Tapu Fini might be able to take this hit, but very unlikely. You know, this is yeah, max HP, max defense, right? Like they would have to be using this as like a dedicated check, I think, to Darmanitan, and I should be able to like sub and whatnot on that. So I think that's okay. Anyway, so the second match is here. So this is using the other team. Let me go and switch over to that. I realized partway through watching it, I was just having a good time watching it, that I forgot to click through. So hopefully I remember to keep track of which Pokemon are on the field at the time, so you can actually see what our sets are, just as a reminder. Okay, so anyway, this is the second match. Okay, so 2 different teams, 2 different wins, which was really nice. So it was really cool to see that Mimikyu could do really well here too. I kind of had it as like maybe this mon will be really nice and maybe it won't. I think when I was building, and so it was really nice to see kind of between our 2 setup options, they were able to break for each other. I think one of the big plays during that match was being able to get rid of the Registeel, popping the air balloon and then killing it with Earthquake was pretty important. But I think having rocks up against my team is so good that it makes so much sense for them to go for that, and I may end up needing to play it more aggressive to get rid of Registeel so that I can get rid of the Rock Setter. I think they have another one, if I remember right. Yeah, Marowak can also set rocks, but yeah, Marowak is the other one. But yeah, I don't know if I'm as worried about that one as I am about Registeel. I think Registeel is coming, and Marowak maybe doesn't. Probably not, right? I have Darmanitan. I think that scares it off just from match preview or team preview, game preview, prep time before the match even starts. So a couple of things that I know that I want to kind of consider and think about. The Screens Rotom was so good. Oh my god. It was insane. That set was fantastic. I'm so glad that I switched over to it. It was so beneficial for us during this match to be able to get those screens up, to be able to take all those hits. And yeah, absolutely fantastic. A couple of things that I'm wondering about. I don't know if I'm going to change them or not. Like, I should probably go through and change this set a little bit to be potentially more defensive. Like, I don't know if I need all this speed, you know? Like, this speed was for... Yeah, it was for Adamant Bulu. Like, do I need all that speed? I don't know if I necessarily do. But having screens is also really nice if, like, Blastoise tries to set up in front of me. Maybe I can get a light screen down and, like, Volt Switch. So, like, that's definitely an option as well. And we didn't see Blastoise in these mocks, and Blastoise was what swept me in the last mock that I did with the Tiger. So it's just something that I got to keep in mind. This is the team that Squid brought, by the way. Something I want to point out that's really cool here, just from a team building aspect for what Squid did, is take a look at, he has 29 IVs in HP. And he's also running Salac Berry. Now, if you remember from the set that I built, Salac Berry, you need to make sure that your HP is divisible by 4 if you're doing that. And because he dropped his IVs a little bit here, it allows him to have an HP set that's divisible by 4. So, like, if someone breaks sub and you sub again, if they break it again and you sub again, then now you're down to the Salac Berry range. And so you kind of have a Scarf, but you get to change your moves and have potential Calm Mind boosts. So yeah, that was a really cool set. I was pretty impressed by that. So I just want to point that out as something that's a little bit interesting. Now, speaking of Scarf, I thought that Lele was going to be the Scarfer. Both of these games, no Scarf Lele. Check out this one. Squid brought Scarf Zygarde. The last match was Scarf Coco. Like, oh my god, these 2 mods that I just did not think were going to be scarfed, like, into matches were. So, like, I don't know, that just goes to show that, like, sometimes you prep for stuff and you just get it wrong. So we'll see what Shay decides to bring in the actual match. But I think Zygarde wants to switch up his moves. Like, I don't know if I would have brought Scarf Zygarde here, because I think, like, going 1,000 arrows and then switching to Skitter Smack makes a lot of sense. And what was the other part? Oh, and then Scarf Coco, like, if they lock into T-Bolt, or they can't lock into T-Bolt until Diggersby is gone, but I don't know if I'd be able to catch that they're Scarf, unless it was like the game I did against Tiger, where we both led our Scarfers and he was able to U-turn before I was able to U-turn. So, like, that's just kind of something for me to keep in mind. That some of these Pokemon that I just didn't think were going to be Scarf are Scarf. So something to kind of be aware of. It's nice to see that Squid brought this set. I do think it's pretty good against me too. But this is why I have Clear Smog, right? So that I can get rid of all these Calm Mind, Iron Defense boosts. But I can't necessarily do that against Lele because it just has OHKO pressure. Even with, like, just raw Psychic probably KOs me. Okay, so things that I actually want to change. So this team, I feel good with how it looks. I don't think there's anything I would want to change on that. This team, I think I want to switch this item up. When I was doing some calcs, because I didn't have any calcs for my alternate sets here, I noticed that there's a low chance of this to hit KO by Grass Knot. So a couple of things that I can do. I could, actually, you know what? What do all the seeds do? I forget what they do. So Misty Seed and Psychic Seed are both SPDF, and then Grassy Seed and Electric Seed are physical defense. Okay. Yeah, so that's totally an option. Is I can do one of the seeds, and then I just need to guess at which one I can use. Because in this game, Lele died, and I didn't get my Psychic Seed to go off with Digger's V. Which I do think it would have been really nice to have, and at the same time it just didn't work out. So I'm considering, like, I think when I was doing my calcs, I noticed that for Diggersby here, if let's go to Coco. So Coco has like one rule, I believe this is. What's my HP stat? Yeah, two of these will KO, but two of these will not, right? Because this is 164, so I live on one. He would need to get both rolls as this? No. One as this and one as one of these three would also do it. So it's a pretty low likelihood, but I could also be a little tricky and go Floatstone, which, check this out. If I have Floatstone, now Grass Knot does absolutely nothing, right? And then Coco becomes an opportunity for me to set up, which is kind of appealing. And you know what? I think I'm just going to do this. I think, okay, so a couple of other items that make sense. I could go with like Rindo Berry, totally a possibility. I could go with Papaya Berry, not Papaya, Pasho. I could go with Pasho Berry. That would make some sense too. Being able to live on one from that Tapu Fini Surf was crazy. But yeah, so I could go Pasho Berry to take that hit, which, dang it, is that the better idea? Man, okay, that's probably the better idea. I think I just talked myself into going Pacho. That way, like, potentially I have a chance to KO a Blastoise. Oh, wait, if I go Pacho, then I can take the hit from Surf, and I get a lot of damage on Blastoise. Okay, I think I just talked myself into it. Yeah, so I'm gonna go Pacho Berry here, just as a way to potentially KO that if it goes for like what's that thing? If it goes for Shell Smash, then I have a way to KO it, and potentially like if it doesn't go for Shell Smash, right, then that gives me a setup opportunity here where I can either Sword Stance or I can Agility, right? Or like if I Agility when it switches in, then I can Sword Stance when it attacks me, and then I can KO it with Earthquake. Ooh, yeah, that was to work. Because if they try to Shell Smash on my Sword Stance turn, then I still I don't. Okay, so maybe I just need to attack them twice. Okay, so that's something I gotta keep in mind. But I think Pacho is a better play here than whatever that other one was, Floatstone. But Floatstone is so much cooler. Floatstone is so much cooler. Okay, so I probably just lose the Shell Smash Blastoise anyway. You know what? What if I could go like Citrus Berry. So that I can live 2 hits of something. Pasho Berry. So I could take a hit from Fini a little bit easier. That makes a little more sense. I could also take it from Blastoise. I'm gonna go Pasho Berry. I think Pasho Berry probably makes a little more sense. Yeah, I think Pasho Berry makes a little more sense. But aside from that, I liked that the team worked. I'm really happy with the screens. I'm really happy with the Memento. I think that both of those options like really supported our team pretty well here. And then having kind of 2 setup threats and a like really powerful breaker was really good here too. Yeah. So I feel pretty good about the team. I don't know if there's anything I want to change for the other Darmanitan set. And now the moment of truth. Like, I have to decide which of these teams I'm going to use. And I'll be real, I don't know which one it is. Yeah, I don't know. I really have no idea. I kind of want to do the Scarf Diggersby set and the Belly Drum Darmanitan set. I kind of like how those sound. What is my where are my notes at? Yeah, I'm creeping Scarfalele after the Salic. So if there's a Salic Berry, or not Salic Berry, if there's a Scarf Zygarde, then they could kill me with any move. And so like like EVs to live extreme speed aren't quite as exciting. But I really like, look at this. Let me switch sides here. Look at this beautiful bouncing snowman. How can you not choose that? I feel like I have to go with this. Okay, so this is the team I'm gonna bring. And let me just go and throw it up here in a book of base so y'all can see it. So this is the team I'm gonna bring for sure, 100%. I think the other team is really good, and if you know what, if Diggersby had a bouncing snowman form when it was like agility'd, then I might have brought that one. I'm gonna be real with y'all, like that probably would have happened. But I'm gonna go with this Darmanitan Zen mode. I think it's really cool. And the EVs on it are so interesting and unique, and I think it's awesome, so I want to try it out. So this is the set we're going to use. Yeah, and it's going to be pretty exciting. Definitely check out the description below. It'll have a link to the video where we actually play the match. So definitely check that out. And let me know what you think of the team. And I think I mentioned this, that by the time I'm recording this, I haven't gotten any feedback. Like, I don't even think I've posted the video for week 1. Actually, by the time I'm recording this part of it, I've posted the week 1 video, but I haven't gotten any feedback on if there's anything that you think I should change about how I do this, or what you like about it, what you don't like about it. So anyway, I'm just rolling with what I got, and we'll see how this goes. So thanks for sticking around watching, and check out the description for the week 3 video where we are actually playing Shayquaza on the COG YouTube channel, commented by I don't know yet. So we'll be surprised at that part together. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you'd like to see some more of our content, whether it is VGC or singles, this is the place to be. Like, subscribe, and all that stuff, and I'll catch you on the next one.